So I was adopted when I was born. Three of us were actually adopted out beforehand. But I actually grew up in Sydney, North Shore, Killarney Heights. Mum and Dad that adopted me divorced when I was in 5th grade, and I moved to Toongabbie. It was a bit tough from being wealthy to being a bit poor, so it was a big adjustment, but yeah, I got through it. Being Aboriginal was a difference in the North Shore. A fair bit of racism was happening at school, but I got through it. I was a bit of a nervous child. I had eczema, and I think it affected my health for now. But I've got asthma, which I think was part of that. I moved to Wilberforce when I got married. I had a few children, and then I moved to Lightning Ridge to find my natural family. And my mum and brothers and sisters and cousins were all in Lightning Ridge, and I just felt more settled and relaxed up there around the people I should have grown up with, and I stayed close to Mum and learnt her journey. I was brought up with proper health and manners, and I learned about my culture through my non-Indigenous family, and I was very healthy and fit. I was an artist when I was young, but I went to Year 10 in Pendle Hill High School, and I got my certificate, and then straight into the workforce. I actually fell pregnant when I was young, but I actually had to adopt a child out when I was 16, my first child. That was very hard for the next 2 years, made me depressed, but I got to keep in touch with him throughout his life, and then when he turned 18 I got to meet him, and him and I are very, very close. We're right into our culture, and it's just amazing because we can relate as being Aboriginal and adopted each. Similar stories. I didn't get a say in adopting him out, and he understands that, and yeah, he brings me every day, and it was great. But and my other children understand as well the situation. So I'm very, very happy I've got beautiful children. I breastfed for 6 years. I think that was part of my teeth problem as well, but so good for the children, such a good bonding. So yeah, that's part of my journey. My marriage that I had later on wasn't too good, a bit of domestic violence I went through, which caused a bit of depression, and my health went down a bit. What I would change when I was at that age would be looking after my teeth, because I did have a good dental health, but then when depression happens you neglect yourself. So that was one thing I'd really love to change, because I think if you haven't got healthy teeth it affects your whole body and system. So that is one thing I would change. I've got 6 children and I'm a grandmother. My little granddaughter was here. She's 12 months old. But the biggest part would be looking after your health with food. I was never into junk food, always into sport. And I'm an artist too.
So is that therapeutic, your art?
Oh, definitely, especially going through the domestic violence. It was a great outlet. At Richmond, I used to go to the women's group there, and some helpers there would counsel me and teach me it wasn't my fault what was happening, the whole cycle of domestic violence. So it was great support I got out there. Taught me to become more confident, and then the art with people purchasing my artworks really gave me more confidence to become more professional in that field. And from then I've gone on and had that many contracts in Australia with Mental Health Australia. I've created the Aboriginal mental first aid manuals. I've illustrated with Bachelor Press the first 2 Murrawari books. But there's many contracts I've done. Brewarrina fish traps, murals, heaps. That's a good part of therapy too, especially with mental health. If you've got some sort of depression, if you keep active and keep your mind active, it will keep you away from the downs. And I keep fit and healthy. I ride bikes and I have a pretty healthy diet. So I think they're really important with Aboriginal people and women. I'm also a dance teacher. I teach Aboriginal dance up in Lightning Ridge. I've got a dance troupe of about 15 girls. Been doing that for the last 3 years. Amongst other things, I've been a mum. But I'm a childcare worker and an office administrator at the moment, and I also work at TAFE as a teacher. And I'm still studying. I want to go on and do my degree. I've got a visual arts degree from Deakin University, but always wanting to learn. I think we're always learning. I was very shy when I was little. I think that affected me. My marks that I got at school were pretty low in 4th grade, but I had a really great teacher that supported me, and I started getting A's. So if you're encouraged, I think, by teachers, it changes your whole lifestyle. Even though I was getting love and support of family, that just extra boost for education and to be better is such a great thing for your whole lifestyle. I just think that we need to encourage more Indigenous children in education. I work at the school as well. I think literacy is the biggest part of their learning. I think teachers shouldn't rush ahead and just keep moving them up to the next year. They need to make sure that they know how to read and write. That, I think, is the biggest part of Aboriginal education, or any education for children. And then we wouldn't see people falling out and not wanting to go further on in their education, university, or even get a job, because it affects their whole life, their confidence. But I'm so proud of the group that are here today that have graduated their Cert 3 and diploma and childcare, and from all different towns out west. It's amazing how confident it's made these ladies in the last year, and ACEC College have been really great and supportive towards us, and our teachers, they've been unreal. But yeah, I want to keep learning. I want to go on and do my degree, so yeah.
Inspiration.